Her Excellency, the Ambassador of France to Nigeria, Madame Emmanuelle Blackman, ably represented by Mr. Laurence MONMAYRANT, the Consul General of France in Lagos. I'm sorry, Madam, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. To come and give us a goodwill message, please. Please appreciate her as she walks up here.
Your Excellency, the First Lady of Lagos State, as represented, other Excellencies here present, representative of Chief of Staff, Admiral, Chief Executive, Directors, dear Chair, Mrs. Tosan Edodo Emore, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. First, I wish to thank the Chair and organizer for inviting our Ambassador, Her Excellency Mrs. Emmanuelle Blackman, Ambassador of France to Nigeria, on the occasion of the 7th edition of the Lagos International Maritime Week. She apologizes for not being able to join us today due to a busy schedule, but she has asked me to represent her to recall the commitment of France as the second ocean power worldwide and as a major stakeholder in the maritime sector, whether through our industry or our navy. Three key issues are on your agenda this week: maritime security and the importance of anti-piracy laws, the development of new technologies to improve the ecological footprint of the maritime industry, and the presence of women in this evolving industry. Indeed, these topics reflect the challenges that the industry has to meet to remain one of the most dynamic and diverse economic activity, from shipbuilding to port infrastructure, administration and cyber security, to name but a few. So many fields offering job opportunities and requiring a wide range of qualifications for men and women. In this respect, I wish to hail the presence of women's associations focused on maritime trade, such as WIMOCA, WIM Africa, WILAT, or WISTA Ghana and Nigeria. They clearly show the rising role of women, especially African women, in an industry which used to be a men's business. It is true that women only occupy 2% of the several million jobs of the maritime industry worldwide. But times are changing, and I wish to highlight the case of French maritime companies representing over 440,000 jobs worldwide. In the Bolloré Group, women account for 1/3 of their employees working in logistics, including maritime logistics, while CMA CGM company has 33 women on its executive committee and 32 women managers. And maybe I wish to make a pause here in my speech to underline how pleased I was last year in April 2021 when we had the visit of a French minister, Mr. Franck Riester, who visited Tincan port with the Bolloré company. And I was impressed to meet the first Nigerian crane operators on this site, and it was a great moment. And I think this deserves maybe a round of applause for them, because it's quite challenging and they do a great job. But of course, other profound mutations are also taking place in the maritime industry for the better. Interestingly, this week conference has put ecology on the agenda, and I wish to thank the organizers for this. to see how we can move forward towards a greener footprint of the shipping industry. More than the energy crisis, it is the repeated major natural disaster which should trigger this change for the shipping industry as a big energy consumer. In France, the French private sector has moved forward. 3 years ago, 10 French ship owners and the Italian ship owner Grimaldi signed a charter called the Sales Charter for Sustainable Actions for Innovative and Low-Impact Shipping. It aims at drastically reducing polluting emissions and at protecting the marine environment. This commitment also comes from the highest level of the French government. In February 2022, President Macron hosted the One Ocean Summit in Brest, Brittany, to promote the blue economy. And the presence of Nigeria at this major international event was particularly appreciated as an African leader for the development of the blue economy in West Africa. But of course, the introduction of new patterns, both innovative and economically viable, can only be achieved if maritime routes are secure. These routes cover huge areas where seafarers and goods must be safe for trade to happen. To this end, the Gulf of Guinea can count on the Coordinated Maritime Presence Scheme, the CMP. It ensures the presence of navies in the area on behalf of the European Union. The French Navy, which has been present in West African waters for over 30 years through the Corambe mission, is of course an important stakeholder in this CMP initiative. The success of the coordinated maritime presence owes a lot to its combination with the Yaoundé architecture, which includes the action of increasingly modern and involved regional navies. Nigeria is, of course, at the forefront of these countries. A good marker of these initiatives is the reduction by more than 80% in pirate attacks against commercial vessels in the Gulf of Guinea. Given this success, the European Union has decided to extend the CMP until February 2024. This period will allow ECOWAS to strengthen the anti-piracy mechanism, which must combine 3 actions: apprehension at sea, legal finish, and imprisonment. Here again, Nigeria, with the SOPOMO Act, the Suppression of Piracy and Other Maritime Offences Act, is setting an example. Nigeria's lawyers and the UNBC were also involved in drafting the Supplementary Act, which was adopted in July by ECOWAS and will hopefully be ratified soon. It will notably allow any member state arresting an alleged pirate to send him, along with evidences gathered, to a receiving country, which will be able to quickly try and imprison him if guilty. Last, I wish to recall the added value provided by the French Navy in this multinational and inter-regional mechanism for the security of the Gulf of Guinea. A good illustration is the organization of the NEMO 2022.4 exercise, which will be held from the Ivory Coast to Nigeria, and the Grand African NEMO exercise in October in the same area. These are all opportunities for Europeans and Africans to work together to combat piracy and other forms of trafficking at sea. It also involves more modern means, like the Nigerian Navy patrol boats and the French Navy maritime patrol aircraft stationed in Abidjan. Commander Torsten, who is representing Admiral Olivier Lebas, commander of the Atlantic Zone, will elaborate more on this link between technology and maritime security during the forthcoming roundtable. Before I finish, I wish to warmly thank and congratulate Mrs. Tosan Edodo Emore as chair and founder of the Lagos International Maritime Week for putting this event together. Tosan, you underlined how much your discussions in this forum were not in vain. On the contrary, they are impactful and they are game changers. So no doubt you will enjoy fruitful and engaging discussions. Thank you for your attention.
Another round of applause for her, please. Thank you very much, Madam. There is a lot of international collaboration.